Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Collateral Nation with my good buddy, Kevin Thomas Warren. He is the amazing author of multiple books on training for P.A.D, helping us all to exercise more, improve our circulation, and live a better quality of life. I have some really, really, really good news today. Kevin and I were actually, well, I was published in my very first journal when I got to mention Kevin. So Kevin is in his first peer-reviewed journal, and I'm so excited because his work was looked at by our very own Dr. David Alper, and we talked about how to improve circulation for those who have wounds. And I'm excited to share that today, Kevin. I don't know if you've read it. I haven't quite read it yet. I mean, I wrote it. I know that they probably changed a few things just to edit it down for to fit into the confines of the journal, but I'm excited to take a look at it with you. Have you taken a look at it yet?
No, I sure haven't. I need the link.
Shoot. I know I sent it to your phone, but this is the journal. Can you see the journal?
I see a big K. Oh, there it is. Oh, wound care. Oh, yeah, no, I've not
Yeah.
seen.
So it's Wound Care Canada. And here is we got a big spread. So rethinking mobility and P.A.D patient care, the potential of targeted exercise by Kim McNicholas. It was supposed to read by Kim McNicholas and actually, what do you call it? Reviewed by Dr. David Alper, but that's fine. I don't mind. Dr. David Alper's on my board of directors and he reviewed it. And let's see where we actually mentioned you. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. There we are. Kevin Morgan's story. So there must be another place that we're mentioning you up here. Works and studies have shown. Do you see it up here? Nope. I guess they start right in. Okay. Kevin Morgan's story offers a contrasting narrative of innovation and resilience. At 66, this marathon runner was told by his doctor that his leg arteries were too calcified for surgical intervention. Undeterred, Kevin developed an innovative approach to maintain mobility. He created a foot strengthening routine focused on building collateral vessels in his feet, including an exercise he terms yoga toes, which involves repeatedly spreading and contracting his toes. 15 years post-diagnosis at 81. This was written before your 82nd birthday, Kevin. They gave you back a year. Kevin has not only managed his P.A.D, but has competed twice in the World Triathlon for his age group. It's funny how they changed a few things. Kevin's success highlights.
Yeah, but that's
an
okay. We don't care.
Nope,
it's good. It's in there.
It's just good it's in there. It's good your name's in there. I actually had put in your book in here, and it doesn't look like they included your book. Well, at least your name's in here, and at least you're recognized. So it did what it needed to do. It included Dr. Nick Patel for he does the push the accelerator button, pull it back, but you've changed that. Your version is the P.A.D 100. Which looks, a little bit different. John Scallion's a nurse practitioner, focuses on the foot bicycle. But anyway, it's in Wounds Canada. And your references, I think, are in here, possibly with your book.
First reference is.
Oh, there you are. You're right. See, you're number one.
Oh yeah, this is an Amazon link too. Yeah.
See, I did a little something for you. I tried, but I got you in there. So
isn't this what you call pimping?
It's pimping. But I hear that we have a plant here. I hear we have Dave Miles who's here as well. And he is here because he was the first one to buy your audiobook, I hear.
Yeah, yes. That was my Asperger's memoir.
Yeah, Dave, welcome. We haven't had you on the show before. Tell us all about Kevin's first book that he put out. He's been busy, hasn't he?
Very busy, and his output is very interesting, and I like his work.
So what made you pick up his Asperger's book, the audiobook? He literally just put that out.
I find Kevin to be a very interesting human, and I've
Me too.
and I'm
In a
wanting
good way.
to, yes, and I want to embrace his writings and workings and to understand him because I find him interesting, fascinating. I'm glad to get to know him in the way that I am beginning to.
How did you first fall upon Kevin?
Through the group.
The
Through
P.A.D. group.
Yes, oh, yes, that's how I
Oh,
found
wow.
you, and through you I found him and his writings and his videos, and so I've become more involved. Uh, Kim, you and I spoke back in probably March or so.
Yeah, a while
Where
ago.
Yeah, a while ago, and I had uh, gone for a vascular surgeon appointment, and I didn't like what I heard as far as the bum's rush to the operating table.
Yep.
And so I called you, and I had seen Dr. Anahita Dua's video, and I'm somewhat near where she is, and I called you to mention I'd like to somehow connect with her, and you put a connection together with her and I had one appointment back in May of this year, and I'm coming up on my next appointment at the end of this year to see her.
Wow, tell us about that appointment with her. She's a force to be reckoned with, isn't she?
She certainly is. She gave me 28 minutes of pure impact, which was good. Um,
Wow.
and she wanted me to walk 30 minutes. No, she wanted me to walk 45 minutes a day, and I took her very seriously. And I've been doing 60 minutes because I want to progress. I can't get my camera working for some reason, folks, but
That's okay. So you picked up Kevin's book, one of Kevin's books as
yes,
well.
I
Did
have.
you pick up
I'm sorry.
the training book? Did you pick up the training book as well?
No, no, I don't. I don't think. No, I haven't.
I'm converting that to an audio book right now. It's going to take me a few more weeks. In order to convert a regular book, an ebook or a paperback to an audio book, you have to go through and change the whole thing so it works for voice. You have to take out all the images. You have to use the information in the images that you convert into descriptive narrative, but without boring people. But it's actually a great way to improve your writing. I'm learning a lot from the process, but now I decided the second one is the training plan, which really is based upon my other 4 books, the one for how to train for aging and the other 3 P.A.D. books. So that's why I thought I would convert that one to an audio book first, and then I'll work on my novel, which will be real fun. So yeah, I'm still a neophyte to audiobook creation, but Josh encourages me to keep going.
Yeah, our producer, and when we were talking, and Dave said he's really interesting. You're a really interesting person. He put fact, and then he just wrote in chat. Yeah, I do. I keep encouraging you. Yeah. But we're glad
Yes.
that he does because you are amazing. You're more than an interesting guy. And you're definitely having an impact. And Dave, do you get his newsletter as well?
Yes, I do. I look forward to them. Yes.
Me too. He's one of the few newsletters I actually read.
I agree.
Hey Dave, how old are you?
I'm 70.
Oh my God, to be
70.
so
Different
young.
day.
What's that like? I've forgotten.
Yeah,
70.
So
Those were the days.
you're still a youngin.
Yeah.
Still a youngin.
yeah. That's
So how far were you walking before you went to see Dr. Duan, before you found us and Kevin? And then
oh,
how far are you walking now? How are you feeling now?
well, I was walking hardly walking, I'd call it, because I didn't know what was going on, why I couldn't walk because I had to stop and rest. And so then, after seeing Dr. Dua, then I began uh, my journey that way with walking, and it was slow naturally at first, but I've built up a system, it seems, and that's partly why I'm on here to find out today if my system is valid or not. But I do what I call sessions, and the session is when I sit down, begin to walk. I keep meticulous, detailed records on everything of my walking, and the session is right now. It seems to be composed of about 6 or 7 rounds, where I will walk into claudication, which occurs at this point about 4 to 5 minutes. And then I keep walking as far as I can, and then I take a rest, and then I record my round information. And this goes on until I've accumulated at least 60 minutes of straight walking time, pure walking time. That's what I'm doing right now. Anyway, and some days, and the pain has changed. It seems to move around a bit between the calf and the shin and the upper thigh and the back of the knee and the butt. And I record where the pain points are for each round that I do as well. Don't know what I'm going to do with all this information, but I think it's important for me to write it down and record it.
Kevin, you up for a case study? Kevin loves data.
Oh, well, you like data.
The data is really important. What you're describing is a form of intensity training. And if you can try endurance, you probably saw a couple of graphs on my website where I did that. I did an intensity 5K and an endurance 5K.
Yes.
They're very different. I think you need to mix and match them. To me, this is so similar to marathon training, where you do a lot of endurance training, a lot of short workouts, and then you do some intensity workouts, usually once or twice a week. But we don't know which is best for growing collaterals. That research needs to be done. But what you're doing is exactly right. You're keeping track of what you're doing. Make sure that when you push through the pain, you don't push to the point that your feet start slapping the ground or your biomechanics are off, because that does more harm than good. That's the only thing that I would, caution you on. But what you're doing is exactly right. And you're listening to your body and you're writing it down, and writing things down always teaches us stuff. So I think it's great what you're doing.
Thank you. I think so too.
I mean, if you're improving, that's the biggest deal. How far into it? What was it like in the beginning and trying to push through? And
Well,
what
yeah.
kept you motivated?
Good questions.
Because it's not easy. The pain sucks.
The
Pain sucks, and it seems counterintuitive, right?
Absolutely.
The
It's like,
the very thing. It's like, hey, I was walking fine before. Now I have pain when I walk. I'm supposed to keep walking with the pain, and that's supposed to get me back to where I was. Like, that doesn't
yeah,
make sense to me.
it doesn't. So I don't dwell on that point. I try to just think about what I'm walking, and I'm trying to figure out, well, where am I going with this walking, and how far should I be walking? Because I learn other people's stories and how they're walking, seemingly endless miles after a time, and I'm not getting that feedback in my body. My body says, "Okay, you're getting better." My leg that was pretty numb in the beginning is becoming unnumb, and I like to believe that in certain respects, as my leg becomes less numb, that the nerves are waking up, and now my soles of my feet hurt when I walk. And so I don't know where that's going. These are questions for Dr.
Oh,
Dua.
Kevin can help with that.
Oh, really?
Kevin can help with that.
Yeah, if the soles of your feet are hurting, it means you're not using your feet biomechanically optimally for your movement. So if you go to my site and I talk about how you turn your feet into remote blood pumping stations,
Yes.
and that has to be combined with a really clear shoulder hip counter rotation, so you're developing a low impact walking style. It's the same for running. So then, because if the bottom of your feet hurt, there's two possibilities. One is you're pushing your effort, and it's fine. And the other is that you're maybe mildly bruising the soles of your feet, which is not fine. And you've got to work that one out. But I strongly recommend learning a low impact walking style, which is tricky. I had to do that years and years ago in order to compete in Ironman races. After I'd had 2 knee surgeries from running incorrectly, I fixed my run to a shuffle, low impact shuffle, studied it, and that's turned out to be really helpful for my walking and running with P.A.D. So you have to find out why the bottom of your feet are sore. It could just be because you're pushing things a bit and you have to toughen them up. But I strongly recommend you watch the video on how to turn your feet into remote blood pumping stations. And it's tricky. It is tricky. It took me a while to work it out. But now I do it automatically. I walk around the house. I use my feet that way, contracting the muscles on the bottom of my feet as I reach the ground, and I'm talking to the ground, not hitting the ground. And then as I lift my foot for the next step, then I spread my toes, and that helps blood flow back into my feet. And I tell you, it's tricky enough to do when you're lying in bed. It's trickier when you're walking or running, but best to start learning that on a treadmill, which is much more forgiving than the road or a trail. So, but you're doing the right thing. What I have to remember is my P.A.D. came on initially when I was running marathons. So you say, well, if I'm running marathons and doing full Ironman races, look, Kat, you have to get down. Stop.
No, I have mine right here that jumped up.
Yeah, damn thing. Anyway,
Same thing.
clearly the way we move is just as important as the fact we move, and getting that across is, I think, extremely important. And in here is some really good research projects for people studying biomechanics or PT master students. So go away, or so I'll put you in the bedroom. Now stop. Anyway,
We love our furry friends.
I got too many of them.
He's actually an animal magnet, literally. He's a retired veterinarian.
Yes, I
And they
understand.
keep
Yes.
coming back.
You never get ready to retire. You're always a veterinarian. It's
You
anyway,
know, when
that-
animals
I-
love you, you know what it says about your character. So you know he's a good human.
Anyway, Dave, what you're doing is exactly right. And so think about how you're using your feet as you walk and your legs, and think about whether you're applying a low impact method. And that all comes down simply to pronounced shoulder hip counter rotation. And that will cause you to not heel strike. And that it took me ages to learn how to do that. It's well worth working through the exercises in Jack Heggie's book, Running with the Whole Body. It applies equally to walking. It's Feldenkrais based, 30 exercises. You can only get it as a paperback, but it will teach you how to move using Feldenkrais approaches, which are brilliant. They've helped me so much in my athletic career, and they're helping me now. So anyway, those are my thoughts. But you're doing exactly the right thing, and keeping good records is going to help a lot, because we forget. We just forget. I mean, I remember because it's in my books and in my blog posts and in my videos. That's basically my diary. But if you don't have that, then writing it in a diary is a great idea.
Thank you. That's good input. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're very analytical, Dave, and you're a researcher. So I imagine you're going to pick up the book and then you're going to be able to report back to us whether or not those techniques worked for you.
I will let you know.
You're a
You know,
researcher,
over
Dave?
in Boston.
What kind of researcher? What are you studying?
Oh no, I study life, but I'm not of any.
He just is good at researching. He doesn't take anyone at
That's right.
sorry, he always wants to do his own research.
Good idea. Exactly.
Yep, just like you. But over in Boston, you might want to check out. So Beth Israel has a renowned walking program, and it's with Dr. Eric Szymski. He and Dr. Duon know each other very well. But Eric Szymski, they actually have a walking program, and Eric Szymski is one of the most published on walking is medicine. And so they might have a supervised exercise therapy program there, and they might have an interest. And I can talk to him and see if they have a grander interest in some of what Kevin's talking about with integration of some of these Feldenkrais methods, walking with your whole body, all that kind of stuff to improve the function of your body so that you can walk further and faster. It's not just about walking, but maybe there's someone there that's interested in studying. Is it not necessarily how you walk, meaning that how you walk through the pain and pushing it through the claudication, but how your body actually moves, as Kevin was talking, the rotation of your shoulders and your hips, the positioning of your feet and your toes when you walk, how much of that plays a role in the improvement of claudication, improvement of your circulation. And I think that could be interesting.
I'm not directly in the Boston area. I see Dr. Dua at her Nashua office. I'm living in
Oh,
Vermont
over
now.
in Oh, that's right. Are you former military?
No, I was
No.
I wasn't in the service. I was in the circus.
In the circus?
Wait,
Yes,
what?
Oh, really? What did you do?
I was a clown with Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Were you really? How about we used to go to the circus when I was a kid. I know I mean, everything's changed
Wow.
and they
Yeah,
sort of demonized the use of the animals and all that stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, but man, how
I
about that?
love you even more.
That's
So
pretty
you have a sense
interesting.
of humor too.
Did you enjoy the work?
Absolutely. I was 19 and
Oh, tell us some stories. Tell us some stories. Oh my goodness, this is going to be the best episode of Collateral Nation.
Did you have a clown car that fell apart? That's what I remember going to a circus.
No, we didn't have we packed 17 guys into a Datsun B210. This is 1975. And
That is awesome.
we did that twice a day, 3 times on Saturday.
Damn. I bet you met some
No,
quirky characters in that job.
Uh, you could write volumes, I'm sure, these
In
people.
England, we used to talk about running away to the circus or running away to sea. Those were the two choices for kids.
what got you into that, Dave?
Um, I guess I had an inclination to want to do different things. I didn't want to go to just the traditional college when I finished high
Yeah.
school. So I applied and auditioned and was accepted to their clown college they had at the time down in Florida.
Were you the class clown? When I ask that seriously, I mean,
No, I
because
mean
I would
not
imagine
sort
that
of,
you had to have
kinda.
some background.
Sort of, kinda. Still not outrageous. Wasn't my bend or my aim. It just came up, and I said, "That's interesting." And my mother said, "I think you might be good at that." And so she she got me the application. I filled it out, and I took it from there. My father had been in his earlier days. He had been a magician,
Oh,
and
wow. So it runs in the family.
I think that was part of it. Yeah, I was always a
Yeah.
prop for him when I was a kid, and
Door was a prop.
you know,
Did he saw you in half?
he'd put me in the dryer, and then he'd make me appear. But he
If
was
he was
fun.
here, I bet you he could make your claudication disappear. He'd be very
would-
proud of you for making your claudication disappear yourself.
I like to think that.
Walking is pure magic.
I like that too. These are good. So it was a lot of work, and I had no problems with my legs whatsoever at that point. So it was a wonderful experience.
That's
Oh,
pretty
how
neat.
cool is that?
And great parents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously. I
I was
mean, but
very lucky.
I'm so glad that you have that background because having PAD is no joke, but you have to have a sense of humor in order to
Absolutely.
persevere.
Yeah, you really do. Absolutely.
And I think
It-
that that's a little bit what Kevin, what you wanted to talk about, even going into this, that into this session, that it's not something that is oh, I can do this today or tomorrow. This has to be consistent work. PAD is not a part-time job.
No, it's an endurance sport like aging. Absolutely is. How's your walking program going, Marina?
Well,
Marina's in a supervised exercise therapy program. Wait, you just finished, didn't you?
no, I have another 2 weeks after today.
Oh, another 2 weeks.
So
Oh, wow.
I did have my appointment with my vascular doctor this week, and I got new ABIs. And to
Okay.
me, it was a little disappointing, but he thought, well, keep going. It didn't go bad. So I went in my right leg. I went from 0.38 to 0.47.
Oh man,
That's
good.
actually pretty good. That is really good.
Is
That's
it?
hard to
Yes,
improve.
no,
Oh,
that's great.
And
Marina.
then my left leg went from 0.46 to 0.51.
Man, that's great. You're in the right direction, and it takes
It's
time.
going in the
Yes.
right direction. I was just expecting so much higher, I guess. I was
Kevin-
expecting 0.8,
Kevin-
0.9.
She was in CLI. CLI is below 5. Talk about, Kevin, how difficult it is once you're in CLI to literally walk yourself out of it. And Marina, you have walked yourself out of CLI on your left leg. And you're
You've walked into-
almost
you've
there
walked
on your
into
right
keeping
leg.
your-
You're almost there.
You've walked into keeping your toes is what you've done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because I was quite disappointed in myself for not being higher. But that's good to know. I mean, it's going in the right direction. I agree. I agree. So
Yeah. Even Mike here says, congratulations, huh, Mike? I mean, that's really good. It's little by little.
yeah. But that's 3
I mean,
months.
That's amazing. That's right. I'm really pleased.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Marina, I am so proud of you. At the very least, if you ultimately end up needing a procedure, it's not going to be as much. The whole key, what your below the knee vessels are in your toes and your foot. You're growing those collateral vessels. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
That's the key. That's what Kevin always talks about is you got to work those toes. You got to get those calves moving. That's going to be the key to keeping your legs is keeping the blood, especially below your knee and into your feet.
Yep. Yep. So I'll keep at it. I mean, now I'm even more, they told me because I'm really, I'm not able to do exercise other than walking. I just get too exhausted. My legs get too tired. But the doctor told me, listen, once this program, walk 3 days a week and exercise. I've got to, he's saying I have to get back to my aerobic exercise, for my heart and for the rest of my body. Because I put it on pause for the last 3 months, but.
Hey, Marina, didn't you have trouble when you got in the water or make your calf ache or something like that?
Yeah, swimming.
Has that gone away?
No, that's still there. So swimming hurts, but funny enough, I like aerobic. I like water fitness, and that does not hurt at all,
Really?
And there's no claudication pain. There's nothing. So, but it is exhausting for me now with my legs. But I'm gonna keep at it. Get back into it.
Yes, cross training is important.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, this is very encouraging.
Yeah. And Dave, you'd be happy to hear. I don't know if you've heard Mike's story,
Yes,
but
I
Mike
have.
also, Mike was at, what
Amazing.
was Dave, what was your ABI when you first had it done? Can I ask that?
Mine?
Me.
Yeah. What was your ABI when you went to see Dr. Dua?
I'd have to look it up. Things seemed very, very low to me.
Okay. Were they below a 0.5? Do you recall?
Yes, they were.
Oh, wow. You too. So that might be encouraging for Marina to hear. And how far are you walking now?
I walk just over 2 miles a day,
Okay.
and that's within the regimen I have of my sessions. And yeah, but that's my kind of a goal as far as distance. That keeps me walking.
And are you
But-
able to now do your daily routines, going to the supermarket, living your life normally
Well,
without having to stop?
so to speak, I think so. I think so because I make those things happen. Yeah, I wouldn't consider it normal. I don't feel I've got the vim and vigor to do everything I'd like to be doing, because I do get pain at times, and steps can take it out of you too. But um, I like to think I'm moving in the right direction.
And there's still the pain, aches and pains of old age. I remember my son calling me up one time. He's a dentist who works in a retirement community near Asheville. And he called me up one day and he said, Dad, when you get old, does your body turn into your own personal torture chamber? And my answer was,
Oh, no.
the answer was yes. And you just deal with it. And so some of our aches and pains are just aging, and the more active you stay, the less they will control you. Absolutely. When I wake up in the morning, there's always something hurting, nothing to do with my legs. There's always some damn thing. And so as soon as I get moving, it goes away. It's just the price we pay for not being dead.
Fair enough.
I think that's quotable. And Marina, are you able to at least do your daily activities now? I know you really didn't want to even go to the supermarket and such before. Is it
Yeah,
helping any aspect of your life?
Absolutely. I went grocery shopping the other day, and I did not stop once. Of course, I didn't notice till I was walking to my car. So, oh my God, I didn't stop at the deli, because I had my stations where they had chairs that I'd have to stop. I didn't have to stop once. So that's encouraging. Other than that, I haven't, I walk at home, I walk on the treadmill because it's kind of been cold in
Yeah.
North Carolina. Not Mike cold, but North Carolina cold. I'm going to veer outside and see, but I can't walk far, so I either need to have someone carry a chair for me. I don't like to sit on the streets. So, that's why the treadmill seems to be better for me right now. But
Yeah,
I have
and you can
noticed,
get those
I have
canes that
noticed
have.
improvement. Sorry?
So that's good. That's good. They have those little canes that you can carry that have seats.
Yeah, I don't want that. I prefer to
No.
walk at home, focus on the treadmill, and then when I can do a little bit further, then go outside. I don't want to have to get a walker or anything yet.
The other thing is the temperature affects our ability to move with PAD as it does without
Yes.
PAD, because the body works to vasoconstrict peripherally to maintain core temperature. So sometimes when it's cold, I definitely have a harder time. The same
Right.
applies to when it's very, very hot.
Mm.
It can throw me off and make my walking or running much harder outside. So now it's been really cold
Yeah.
around here for North Carolina. And so I got to get back on the treadmill, which I've been doing. So, yeah, so that's not surprising.
Okay,
Basic
good.
physiology 101.
Yeah. One thing that, it's going to sound stupid, but I bought myself some Jane Fonda used to wear, the leg warmers that go up to the knee.
Oh, those are so, leg warmers are always in. They're always in
Fantastic.
cold weather. They're always in.
Oh my God, that has helped me so much.
Yep.
Often my feet don't get as cold anymore when I wear this,
Love
so
it.
I have them on all the time now.
Well,
They're great.
You're doing the same
Yep.
thing that penguins do, not to melt into the ice. You're creating basically a countercurrent system. So you're keeping the blood warm as it goes down through your arteries and reaches your feet, as opposed to it cooling on the way down. And that's
Right.
how penguins' feet work, is how your kidneys work. It's called countercurrent flow. And so, yeah, that makes total sense physiologically.
It's
My
helped. I mean,
brother's here. He's a biology teacher, and he says yes, that's true.
because
He agrees with
my
you.
feet are always so cold, and my calves are always so cold. So this has just helped me tremendously. I just love them. Just love them.
It's a good
I've got
call,
some,
and Kevin always suggests wool socks. Hey, Mike.
Hi, sorry. I've got heated insoles in my shoes at the moment, and
Good
they
for you.
are absolutely amazing. And I've got heated hand warmers. Yeah, it's a complete life changer for me, especially in the snow.
Yeah, you're in
So,
cold
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
last week he was making snow angels for us. It was such a good sport. We were we were in the middle of we have a Wednesday evening hangout. Marina, you were there. Douglas was there. Oh, Kevin wasn't there. Dave, you should join our Wednesday evening hangout. It's really funny. So Mike and his partner go outside, and I mean, it was the freshest of fresh snow,
Yeah.
perfect height on that snow, depth of that snow. And he did the most beautiful snow angel ever. And then Jordy, his partner, says, but he is no angel. Just know that.
Just know that. Yeah.
He said, but his angel, his wings look really good.
Yeah, they did. So I'm heading back to the UK next in about 4 weeks. I've gotten my appointment with my vascular on the 21st of January.
I bet you're
So
excited actually about that appointment to show what you've been
I
able to
am.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm flying back on the 17th, and I might be meeting up with VJ and climbing a mountain, just as
Wait,
an
what?
FYI.
Wait, what?
I've been in touch with VJ, and in Manchester where we
Yes.
live, there's a mountain called Mam Tor.
No way.
And I've been in touch with VJ, and if depending on weather, we might be meeting up and challenging that mountain while I'm there.
So here is Josh and I think, are going to have a similar request, but he's going to probably tell you more of what he wants you to do. But you and VJ, in the beginning, before you conquer this mountain, you're going to do a quick video clip that's going to say,
Yep.
hey, VJ here, Mike here, hey, P.A.D. Warriors, we're just meeting up, we're getting ready to conquer the mountain. And
Yep.
say a little bit about where you guys each were, because each of you, I mean, VJ, when she came to us, she was just not having it.
Yeah.
She was like, no way. And within 6 months, same thing with her. After pushing through, she is climbing mountains. You're sitting here after 6 months doing a 13K without stopping. And now what, we're going on 8 months and you're going to be
Yeah.
climbing a mountain. So you need to do the video. And then
Oh,
you need to show
100%.
us some of you doing it and then get the video of you guys at the top and show us the path you took to get there.
Yeah, we'll be at the peak. We'll get to the concrete slab at the top,
Amazing.
definitely. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's weather dependent though in January, especially in Manchester. It can be a bit
Oh my
horrendous.
God.
But yeah,
You're
I'm
used to
looking
the
forward
snow.
to it if we can. I'm used to the snow now, yeah. So
Just make sure you got the heated insoles, you got the heated hand warmers. You just need to make sure you have the right boots,
yes,
the right
yes, very
shoes
much
to
so.
boot.
Yeah, shoes to boot. Yeah. So I just thought I'd let you know that.
That's great, Mike. That's really wonderful. You're very encouraging.
Thank you, Marina.
Listen,
Thank you.
I mean, it still hurts, doesn't it, Mike?
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I've just walked round to the supermarket now. We're above zero today, so I thought, while it's above zero, I need to get out of this house. I was getting a bit of cabin fever. But I've done the treadmill this morning. I've done my usual routine and did me running intervals, and I've just nearly got landed on by some snow off the roof. But yeah, walking around here to the supermarket, I can feel that my heels are a little bit sore. But I've just been listening to what Kevin said again about the way that you walk in and slapping your feet against the floor. So I've been changing my walk as I've been heading towards the supermarket. So it seems to have eased off by the time I've got here.
Yeah, sore heels
Yeah,
is
it's interesting.
usually due to tight hip muscles. So it's really important to learn how to, to stretch your hips and stuff like that, because the heel pain, I think 90% of the time comes from hips as a referred nociceptive pain. So, I mean, I get that quite a bit. And as soon as it happens, I just stretch my hips. I don't care where I am, and it goes away. So,
Yeah.
you got to stretch those lateral hip rotators, use pigeon pose and stuff like that. Yoga is
Mm.
really good for that, actually, for getting flexible hips. And thinking about how you walk, and shoulder hip counter rotation also tends to loosen our hips up. Single leg calf raises can actually help with that, because it tends to balance your hip strength. So just a
Okay.
thought, just a word to
Yeah,
the
I'll bear
wise.
that in mind. I'll bear that in mind. Thank you. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the vascular surgeon, because I know that I'm kind of positive at the thought that he might just say, "We'll see you in 12 months. Carry on doing what you're doing." There's no, I'm still finding pulses in my feet at the moment. So, and I'm still not smoking. I haven't smoked since February, which is really, really good. That was when I got diagnosed. So I'm really pleased with myself about that as well. So
Man, that
yeah,
is tough.
everything's positive at the moment. So hopefully the vascular will be as positive of what I am when I get there.
And line dancing. Dave, have you seen his
And
line
line
dancing
I
videos in the
have,
group?
I have.
I love it. I love it. See,
I'm
there are a
doing
lot of people
everything
that
to keep it
appreciate it.
going. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying my best to keep myself going anyway. So, and all this is because of, this group as well. The encouragement that I get off Kim and Kevin and everybody in the group,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
second to none. So,
totally agree. You guys are fantastic.
But I think
yeah.
that Kevin, and I'm glad that Dave, brought up, again about the positioning of the feet, especially when you walk, because I have that issue too. I'm trying to make it so that it becomes habit, but I still, and I did my walk yesterday, and I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not spread my toes as I was walking. And it's no wonder my right hip is a little sore today. So I need to go back, and Kevin, I mean, gosh, how long did it take you before it became a habit to really, position your feet correctly
It took
in
me
order
4
to,
years. It took me 4 years to work out that I needed to do it. And then suddenly
oh
it
my
struck
goodness.
me, and it probably took me, I guess, about a year to work out exactly how. And then I worked on really spreading my toes. And then I had to work out how to do the cyclic process. I'm just thinking in terms of normal physiology. It's just
Yeah.
basically anatomy and physiology. And so you can, every part of your body is a pump for blood or tissue fluid or lymph or whatever. And once I worked it out, then I took my whole body running technique, which I'd learned years and years before, after having 2 knee surgeries and revisiting movement. So I already knew how to do whole body running and walking. And then I had to work out how to get my feet to talk to the ground in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And then it probably took me 6-8 months to make it a conditioned reflex. Now I don't even think about it. I mean, I just do it. Every now and then I'll find my hands copying my feet without
Yep.
me thinking about it.
Yep. I use my hands. Dave, have you tried that yet?
I have just slightly,
I think,
but I like this.
sorry.
I like this.
It really works.
The thing to remember is fighting P.A.D. You can't think in terms of weeks. You have to think in terms of months and years. I've been fighting this since 2014. That's 11 years. And so when, Marina said she was disappointed with her progress, your progress was fucking brilliant, if you'll excuse my language. Anyway, I was really
Hey,
impressed by that.
I love that. I think it definitely is needed here. It's
Yeah,
warranted,
sorry
Kevin.
about the expletive deletive. Well, I didn't like Nixon very much, but that's another story.
Marina's smiling. So Marina's smiling. You actually got a smile out of her. So I think that she's changed her tune. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
fucking impressed too.
Canadian, so we use that word every second word.
What did you say?
I'm
You're
Canadian, and as Mike can say, that word's used in every sentence.
Mike, is it really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can contest that very much so. Yeah, it's a favorite word, eh?
I used to, when we used to go visit my family in Canada, I used to tell my kids, okay, let's practice our talking, and they don't speak French, but let's practice our talking in English. And we'd say, who wants the fucking ketchup? Where's the mustard? So they would get used to it.
swear words are a funny thing. They come from strange places. I mean, I think people swear and they use the word Jesus or they use the word relationship to sex or whatever. I read a book when I was studying French. There's a book called The Gimmick written by a woman, and it taught you how to swear in French and understand it because it's happening all the time. And I do have a favorite expression in French, and it's called, you say du monde, a man will look at a woman and say du monde or il y a du monde, and it means il y a du monde au balcon, which literally means that there are a lot of people on the balcony, but what he's really saying is she has big breasts. I mean, that's classic French, you know, it's full of stuff like that. And I remember reading Portnoy's complaint in English, and I read it in French. And the French can swear so you can smell it in the air afterwards. And that's what the French translation was so much better than the English. Great book, but that's another story, I guess. Anyway, we have to moderate our language or Josh will turn us down.
Comedy college, isn't it, Dave?
I'm
Aren't
I'm
you
running
glad you
home.
came?
Oh, yes, yes, I am. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And Josh, our producer, says, I'm all expletives. I love it. That's amazing. I think this is a good place to call it for the week. This was amazing. Thanks everyone for joining us. This was so much
Thank you.
fun.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Had the best time. I'm thinking that, you know, this is a good way to kind of finish off the year and kick it off again.
Oh,
In
don't forget
January,
reviews
the
on
first
Amazon. I got to do
the first
pimping.
week.
Right, right.
Yes, and we need to please go on Amazon. Make sure you check out Kevin Thomas Morgan. Just do a search for him. Check out all of his books and make sure you do pick up his audiobook because you got to understand him to really appreciate him. He is just incredible. The way he thinks is just amazing. He's helping so many people because of the way he thinks. And to
Making me
understand the way he
uncomfortable,
thinks, you
Kim.
have to get the audiobook.
This is embarrassing. Just write the reviews. I mean, Amazon is the only place right now, but I'm trying to work on that.
Definitely go to Amazon, look it up. It's a great gift, great stocking stuffer for anyone you love who has PAD or anyone at risk. I mean, it's really important that any diabetic, which is more than half, 50% of Americans over the age of 50, gosh, you should be, everyone should be buying this book
Mhm.
to prevent the progression of diabetes into PAD. So definitely pick up his book, How to Train for Aging, or his PAD training book. But at the very least, when you pick those up, make sure you do also pick up his audiobook because I guarantee it's going to make your workout a lot easier because you're going to go literally 2 hours, 2.5 hours of walking before you know it because you don't want to stop listening to the book.
Did you like my car suggestion for you, Kim?
My car
I
suggestion.
sent you a picture of a pimp mobile.
I love the Pimp Mobile. It's absolutely cool. I love it. I wish we could have shared it on here. That was really funny. It's my Pimp Mobile for pimping Kevin Thomas Morgan and his books, but I wouldn't pimp anything if I didn't believe in it. So I really believe in Kevin Thomas Morgan. Make sure you do like this video. So many more people could learn from this video. The more you like it, the more YouTube will prioritize it and send it out to more people. But also don't forget to subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/the weight of my heart, and subscribe to Kevin's channel at youtube.com/the fit old dog, and subscribe to his newsletter, inspirationalselfhelpbooks.com. Happy holidays, everyone.
And
And
don't
thank
forget,
you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Marina's
well.
ABI results were the best present we could get.
Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Makes me feel better.